I'm looking like a bronze god in this lighting. I decided to make everything orange. There's some fall colors in here. Why not? How's it going, everyone? 10 concurrent viewers. We've officially killed the cool stream. That's my fault. I was back in, I want to say it was like September, basically the summer. I had streamed consistently on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. for many weeks in a row. And then at the end of September, Silent Hill F came out, Hotel Barcelona came out, and now recently Stray Children came out. So 3 games I wanted to cover all at once. So that's when my channel dies. My channel dies because I take my time and I savor the games. I sit down and I write. And then I make long videos. And I kill my channel in the process. That's the nature of the game nowadays. But, oh well. All's well that ends well. Let me say hello to everyone in here. High Sentry is down, Big Mod. We got Gabriel, Phelan, Lucas in here. Yeah, this is Spanish Metal Gear. All Spanish team on this one. Also, like, look how many languages they built into this. Oh, wait, you can't see what I'm seeing. Hold on. Let's get out of Henry's apartment real quick. Here we are. Look how many languages there are in UnMetal. That is crazy. But then again, this game's been out for quite a bit, so they patched it since. Let's go back to... We're in chat mode right now. Right now I'm chatting, so we're going to go back to Henry's apartment. If you guys don't know how I do that, that is actually my third monitor's desktop. So I got like 3 monitors in my set, and I'm using this thing called Wallpaper Engine. And if you ever want to impress somebody that just doesn't know anything about computers, you can get Wallpaper Engine, and it makes your setup look more futuristic. But I like to change it up all the time for the cool stream. Sometimes I use it as a background in my videos. It's weird. But Wallpaper Engine's sweet. I actually had one set up for Silent Hill F. I usually change my wallpaper based on the things I'm working on, so it motivates my mind, gets those creative juices flowing. And I got some creative juices here. I've been drinking a lot of tea lately. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got some fresh lemons that I chopped in there. I've just been craving lemons, so I bought like a huge 10-pound bag of lemons, and I've been going through them, get my vitamin C. And it's just trying to cut back on the energy drinks, folks. It's just not good for me in my old age. Anyways, who do we got in here? We got Captain Psychopath, Metal Gear. Zap's in here. Welcome, Zap. ZMC says, has anyone ever told you look like David Beckham? Is David Beckham the soccer player? I really don't know anything about football all that much. Yeah, I have... Hey, what's up, Noble Bara? Hello. Gabriel, Miles has all the monitors. I do. Now, when I first started Hikikomori Media, it was on a really shitty desktop. I think it was like a really cheap graphics card, Pentium. I want to say it was like an i5 processor max. And it was in my living room. I had a Blue Snowball microphone, like one of those cheap Blue Snowballs. And I used my television as my editing monitor. I had a single screen, so anytime I needed to do something, I'd have to minimize the editing software, find whatever clip it was, drag and drop it. It was real. I don't even know how we're here at Hikikomori Media to this day, because editing like that madness. And I think at that point I realized the folly of my setup, and I needed 2 monitors. And I don't know. I guess I could kind of give you... Maybe I'll take a photo or something and put it on Twitter. But I have a big 50-inch screen that looks like, it looks like that right there. I tried to measure it out to the exact specifications of the TV I'm using. So the game that I'm playing is identical. Like my TV is at an angle. It's like on a swivel neck. And I've always played my games at an angle. Like my chair in my living room, my recliner is at an angle. So I'm always looking at the TV, not directly on, but at an angle. It's strange. But that's just how I've always played stuff. He's like the handsome version of Beckham. Well, thank you, JR. Didn't Beckham get with one of the Spice Girls? I mean, he's able to pull something. Was it... Which Spice Girl did he get with? Anyway, how are you, chat? It's I streamed last week, so it hasn't been too long, but I'm getting back in the swing of streaming again. Wednesdays may not work for everyone. I might do a weekend stream sometime in the morning hours so all the Europeans and shit can join us. I try and throw them a crumpet every once in a while. Posh Spice, okay. That makes sense. I'm trying to think of all the Spice Girls. Scary Spice is Mel B. Posh Spice, yeah, she's the one with she was the brunette. There was Sporty Spice, Baby Spice, and then Ginger Spice, right? I think I got it. I mean, the Spice Girls were all the rage back when I was a young wee lad. Really young guy. They even had a movie, and I think after the movie they just kind of cashed out. They were done. But I don't know. I guess they were fun. I always thought who was it? I think I really liked Ginger Spice if I had to pick. And then she left. I think she was the first one to leave. Europe represent, says Katsuhito the Emperor. Hi, I don't think I've seen you in here, but welcome, Katsuhito. I know, like, Eddie Murphy had a kid with Mel B, Scary Spice or something like that. He has like 1 million kids. All right. So let's talk a little business, then we'll get into this game. If you didn't know by now, I do have a new Silent Hill video that I put out. My Silent Hill F video. I got it out before Halloween. Halloween was my target. That was like my absolute cutoff date. But I got down into the edit and I was just like, okay, we're sitting at 50 minutes. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it at a solid 50. I don't even like going that long anymore because I know modern audiences don't really watch long videos, and I really have to break that habit. But I thought I got in, I had some fun, I made my points, and then I was really happy with how it turned out. I've been getting really funny feedback about it. The initial wave, like when I put out a Silent Hill video, the initial wave are the subscribers that have been with the channel for a while. They know my sense of humor. They know I do my due diligence. I didn't just shit something out. I played through that game 4 times. So I played through it 4 times. I wrote about it. I tried to like weave in all the other Silent Hills, and as well as like a little bit of background on Neobards. Thankfully, I still had some of my footage from Resistance and Reverse when I made those videos. If you haven't watched those videos, up on the channel, there's 3 dead games, the history of Resident Evil Online. So I cover Outbreak File 1 and 2, Resistance, and Reverse. I skipped Operation Raccoon City and Umbrella Corps, but I wanted to talk about Resistance because the game was advertised. There was like a little leak, a little rumor that Neobard started that it was going to be called Resident Evil Outbreakers, and they were trying to sell this concept that it was going to be a return to form for Outbreak, and it certainly was not that. Anyway, let me read a little more chat. JR says, oh, Katsuhiro, you've been here. You've been a lurker. Well, it's good to see you. Welcome. JR says, it was a good vid. I always prefer a longer runtime, but it was still good, and I agree with mostly everything. I really don't know if... I don't really make my videos expecting anyone's going to agree with me. I try and be as... you can't be truly objective when you're reviewing a piece of media. You're going to come to the table with your own biases. And I certainly did come in with my expectations of what Silent Hill should be or how I see it. And I wouldn't consider myself a closed-minded person when it comes to Silent Hill. If you've watched the channel for a while, you know I've covered a lot of the Western-developed games in a more favorable light than most other Silent Hill fans would. Same thing for the remake. No one was willing to give that one a chance, and now it's kind of being memory hold of how poorly received it was initially, and now kind of people are coming around to it. Some people were quite upset that I wouldn't let that point go, but I thought it was funny. And when you're making, when you're writing things and you've been very close to the source material for a while, I wanted to put into words some of the thoughts that were running through my head, but also kind of make people laugh at the same time. So, yeah, there's a degree of hyperbole in there. But I wanted to go all out on that video. I like to do set design. When I have an idea for a video, visually there's something that I want to bring to it. So, of course, I wanted to bring the flowers. So I still have these up over here, if you can't see them in the background. Haven't decided if I'm going to take them down. The fox arm, the Ramune, certain things like that. I tried to capture the same thing with my Silent Hill 4 video. I wanted to incorporate the holy candle in there somewhere, the chocolate milk, just little items here and there to be in theme. I was dressed like Henry for that one. I still have this, by the way. That's my Don't Go Out Walter pin. It's upside down. So just to be in theme with the background here. All right, one more. I'm going to read one more thing in chat, and we're going to get into the game. So we'll share some other funny stories too. Gabriel says, kids these days can't take Miles's length. That's true. They're used to them shorts. Them short and stubby videos. Well, Kiko's got that old man length behind him. NDR says, hi, Hikiko. Please don't private or unlist this stream. NDR, all my past streams are on the Cool Stream playlist. And it's at my discretion whether or not I'm going to unlist something. If I feel the stream didn't have the energy or funny stories or whatever, I try, I will private it at my own discretion, but it's not an often enough occurrence. Like, we usually have a pretty good time here. All right, so this is UnMetal. I've never played this. I've seen screenshots of it, and it was compelling enough. We're going to try it on medium. This is already off to a great start.
The aircraft was intercepted and shot down. As the pilot emerged from the wreckage, he was arrested by the same bastards who shot him down.
YouTube quality acting here.
Military base for interrogation. That pilot was me.
Is he trying to do a David Hayter?
My name is Fox. Jesse Fox.
Yeah, a little bit.
You don't seem to be Russian.
Russian? Me?
You were piloting a Russian aircraft 2 hours ago.
I also drive a Toyota, and I'm not Japanese.
All right, Mr.
I feel
Fox,
attacked.
Before arresting you, I'm obligated to write down a report with your version of the facts. So tell us what the hell you were doing in that heavily armed Soviet helicopter.
It's a long story.
Sergeant, bring us some coffee.
Yes, sir. Wachowski, bring the lieutenant some coffee.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Fox, we have plenty of time. Explain what happened.
In 1972, a crack commando unit.
Am I playing now?
For a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit.
I promptly escaped from a maximum.
It's a little on the
security
nose, but I like
stockade
it.
to the underground, trying to survive from these soldiers of fortune.
This is I like the vibe of this. It's a little on the nose and self-referential, but of course you have to kind of be that if you're going into a parody, right? The fair use territory. So
From the beginning, how did you escape from that cell?
Piece of cake. I just had to write a note.
A note? Where'd you get the paper from?
I used toilet paper.
this is like the reference to the Metal Gear cell escape scene from Solid, where he uses the ketchup.
Using my own blood as ink.
So this is really interesting. This is obviously inspired by the MSX versions of Metal Gear in terms of like the perspective, the isometric perspective, but it also has like the silly Kojima-isms integrated into the plot, and I like that. So we got a rusty wire, some TP. All right. Oh, this is neat. We got a little bit of a survival horror bit to it.
It wasn't easy. The toilet paper tore under the pressure of the bloody wire. Those bastards gave us cheap paper. Unscented and unpatterned.
Why did you break the toilet? Why not grab the paper like a normal person?
You know how prison is. It's kill or be killed. And I wasn't going to be killed by some dirty toilet.
I wasn't expecting it to have such a comedic slant, but it's working on me.
You schmuck. Do you really
This is a Goonies reference.
myself? Kill myself.
This is 100% the beginning of the Goonies, when the Fratellis are escaping. Okay. I recognized the thing! And I clapped. Okay, so we have to go in. Okay, here we go. And we're out.
I left the guard locked in the cell. Then I threw away the key and got out of there.
Mr. Fox, what about the noose? Where did you get that from?
Where did I get the noose? Are you seriously asking me that?
I am Mr. Fox.
I'll tell you later.
So in the original Metal Gear, there's Metal Gear Solid, excuse me. In Metal Gear Solid, there are these interrogation tapes. They're like the prologue to the game that you can watch wherever Snake, he sneaks in a pack of cigarettes, and he takes like some sort of medicine that like slows down his digestion, and he sneaks them in through his body. So I believe that's what that reference was in regard to. So you press, okay, you can see the controls, okay.
When leaving the cell, I found myself in a prison yard surrounded by some buildings. There were piles of boxes and other stuff here and there. And the ground was plain dirt. And it was night.
This is incredibly clever. Like, I typically don't like millennial humor or things that are too self-referential, but this kind of feels like a Naked Gun version of Metal Gear, and I dig that. I really do. And I mean, who's gonna... it's a very hard choice to choose the MSX version of Metal Gear to do a parody game on, because like most people probably wouldn't jive with the old top-down format, but I'm loving this. This is incredible so far. And the best part was it was only like $3 too, so I've already gotten a few laughs out of it. That's cool. All right, let's move on. Wake him up.
That box contained some filthy cloth scraps. I made some handy bandages to prepare for when I would get wounded. Bad news. Dirty cloth rags don't heal you. They just stop the bleeding, and I ain't got time to bleed. Good news.
I ain't got time to
used these
bleed.
rags as much as I wanted. Good dirty cloth is hard to come by.
I'd say drink every time you hear a movie or video game reference, but I think you would die. That was Jesse Ventura's line there. I ain't got time to bleed.
I thought
From
I would
Predator.
be asleep at night, that it was safe to escape. I was dead wrong.
Yeah, it is like Hot Shots. Junk. JR says, it's fun. I don't mind the on the nose personally. QWERTY, what's up? Slows down digestion. Snake was on Ozempic. Yeah. Did Kojima predict Ozempic? Probably. I don't know what question I missed here, but we're going to go with 2.
2 guards on the night shift.
Oh, this is him like recalling and it adds things. Okay. All right, so this is our first tactical espionage stealth mission right here.
Heard something.
Oh shit. Okay, I messed that up. But they still have the cones, the vision cones, even though it's set. And he automatically hides against the box whenever we're in alert mode here. So let's try and take him out. Alright, knocked him out. We got another one down there. We're gonna try and do a little better this time around. Watch this pattern. Okay. What's that oh, there's a leveling system? Did I just get experience for that? Interesting. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Detective Glaive? How are you doing, buddy? I'm doing great. The past month, I've been really busy just in real life and with the Silent Hill video. Life is calming down just a little bit. I got a few other games that I have on deck that I want to cover. I'd like to do a system video, but that might be a January thing. We'll see how it goes.
Bless you.
Oh no! Why did he say that? Why did he say that?
I was injured and losing blood. I had to heal that wound before I bled to death.
I wasn't expecting that. This is going to be the whole game. It's like I did not see that coming. Okay, well, we've got the bandages, so let's dress our wound before I die. Crazy. I saw this game got a physical release on the Nintendo Switch, and that's how I learned about it. When I saw it, I put it on my wish list on Steam, and then I got the notification that it was only $3, and I said, okay, this should be a cool stream game for sure.
That's better. Back to work.
Did he just take a piss? Let's go out and go back in. Oh. His cone of vision's pretty wide. Yeah, I'm like very low on health now. But I'm not mad at the game. I mean, it's just took me by surprise a few times already.
Hey, over here.
Should I trust this guy?
Hello? You talking to me?
Affirmative. My name is Colonel Alan Harris, 5th Battalion.
I'm Jesse Fox.
Rank?
I'm not military, Colonel.
Then tell me, Fox, what the hell are you doing here?
I've been jailed for a crime I didn't commit. Do you know how to get out of here?
Try to escape through any sewer. There must be one nearby, because it stinks when it's hot. Once outside, move along at nighttime and sleep during the day.
That may be a reference to the Shawshank Redemption.
My legs won't make it. But if you bring me a radio, I can help you escape.
Hold on, Harris. Are you sure you heard him say Alan Harris?
Yes, sir. Saw him yesterday.
Look, Mr. Fox, Colonel Harris died a month ago in an ambush.
Well, it's the name that stubborn old man gave me.
I see. I'll write down on the report that you talked to Colonel Harris after his death. Continue your story.
That's also, I think, a reference to Metal Gear Solid. Kazuhiro Miller, who was dead during the events of Metal Gear Solid. Turns out to be Liquid. Spoilers for like a 25-year-old game.
Some crates, I found my salvation. A sewer hole. There was no ladder, and I couldn't see the bottom. I needed to find a ladder or rope if I wanted to go down.
Wait, I know where I can get a rope. I have to just take that guard's body down. Challenge unlock continents. Diapers there. Yeah, we got a bunch of guards here. I guess I could go back and get that rope from that guard that was hanging. And I haven't checked in here yet. Oh, we got a urinal. Is this No More Heroes? Okay. We used the toilet. That was more of a urinal, but okay. You're not supposed to shit in the urinal. Okay, let's go back and get that rope. Yeah, so I have this thing where I kind of want to get broken consoles. I'm at this point in my life where I want to get broken consoles and repair them. And I used to do that quite a bit. Back when I didn't have too much money, I would go to garage sales, or I worked at a video game store for a bit. And people, when something wasn't working, they just straight up throw it away. They'd ask me to throw it away for them. I got my original Xbox that way. And a Sega Saturn or something like that. And basically both cases, the Xbox just needed a new rubber band or something for the disk drive tray. And the Saturn, I just took a Q-tip and some isopropyl to the laser lens, and I fixed it that way, and it was just fine. But ever since, I've been fixing consoles and upgrading them. I added like SD drives and stuff for my Dreamcast. I've been modifying like my old stuff to kind of get them up to a more modern compliance, you know, a modern world. SD card slots, new power supplies, changing out old capacitors, that sort of stuff. I don't get too crazy, like I don't do any micro soldering, but I really enjoy repairing consoles. And this isn't something that, you know, I would do for the channel. It's just something that I like doing. I like taking old things and repairing them and giving them new life, that sort of thing. And I've done that a lot with like Xbox 360s. I've learned how to repair those pretty well. But the thing that I've been into lately is wanting to get another Xbox Series X. But here's the thing. I don't want to really play anything new on the Xbox Series X because there really isn't going to be any games released for it that you can't get elsewhere. But I want to like learn how to repair them, because the one thing that I miss about owning a Series X is being able to play all of my backwards compatible 360 and Xbox original games emulated at a much higher resolution and sometimes frame rate. Like, the only way to play the original Nier, and I'm talking about the original Nier, not Automata, not Replicant, the original Papa Nier in 60 frames on 360 is with the Series X. And as stupid as it sounds, I miss doing that, and I miss playing Deadly Premonition at a fake 4K and everything. I still have my Xbox One, which I've upgraded the hard drive to a solid state. And I still use my Xbox One for, like, Kinect reasons. Like when I did that D4 stream. So I still have that around. And that thing only cost me $100, like, you know, a few years ago. But, I do miss my Series X because it had quick resume, which for somebody like me, I'm always like swapping through games and stuff. It is kind of nifty. I miss the backwards compatibility with the upscaling and the 60 frames, but that's about it. I didn't really, when I played my Series X, I didn't typically play newer games on it. If you watch my, I think it's called Series X All the Games, #AllTheGames video, you'll see in that video that I was just content with playing older games on it. Like, I had RetroArch on there. I had an Xbox 360 emulator. I played Xbox 1 through whatever. The original through 1. And I liked having, my ideal thing is kind of what I have right now with the Steam Deck. My ideal console is something that plays multiple generations in one. And I know you're saying to yourself, well, that's, you just described a PC, Hikiko. Yes. But this is why I like the Steam Deck, okay? I have it right here. This is what we're playing UnMetal on right now. My Steam Deck is connected to my capture card, and my PC is what I'm using to stream and do all this different operations. So my Steam Deck is not taking any resources away from my PC, and when I want to capture something, I can capture the Steam Deck by itself without having to, like, set up separate windows and do a bunch of annoying stuff. So for me, as somebody who captures a lot of video game clips and shit like that, the Steam Deck is like the perfect thing. And the Series X used to be that for me because it played like 4 generations of consoles plus emulators plus like plus RetroArch. Hey, I have some toilet paper. Perfect. Let's get this guy some toilet paper here.
Here you are.
We're a bro.
Thanks, man. You saved my ass, literally. What the fuck? What sort of paper is this? It's only one ply, unscented, and unpatterned.
It's the kind the prisoners use.
Fuck, that's why their hands stink so much. By the way, who are you? I don't recognize your voice.
I'm Lieutenant Marcus Stevenson.
Lieutenant, you say? Sir, I apologize for my manners. I did not know your rank, sir.
Relax and clean up your rear guard well.
Sir, yes, sir.
You gotta love the scatological humor. The original Metal Gear Solid had shit jokes, by the way. Piss jokes, shit jokes, you name it. That Johnny Sasaki, all throughout Metal Gear 4 is shitting his pants. Serious game, folks. Nier mentioned, Qwerty, yes. The original Nier, I guess you call it Gestalt, is what you would call it. Because that was the Japanese branding for Papa Nier, was Nier Gestalt. That's one of my all-time favorite games. And the creator, Yoko Taro, he didn't like it because he essentially capitulated to Western audiences by making Papa Nier. And I honestly like the dynamic of Papa Nier and his daughter versus like Brother Nier and his sister. I just think, I don't know, it just felt more natural to me. And I like Papa Nier's dynamic with like Kaine and Emil more. I like the gruff, weather-worn, world-worn, you know, I guess he's a hunter-gatherer kind of guy. I like him better than Twinkie Brother Nier. But that's just my personal preference.
Luckily,
he was asleep. I like how I can have this like Bill and Ted like version of events. Like, we're gonna go back in time and he's gonna be asleep this time around. Now I gotta figure out how to get into the cell, but I guess we'll search his body. I forgot that was a mechanic. So we got a stick. I don't know if that's useful or not. And we've got a bedpan. Let's MacGyver this shit. When ring is sacrificed, surprisingly firm and has a Y shape. Quick saves. Oh, you can quick save with the bedpan. That's hilarious. Rusty wire. Okay, well, let's go search these other bodies, because I forgot to do that. Got a lighter.
You stole a one-eyed
man that would shoot me without hesitation.
because it was his job. What you did was macabre and suggest you might have a fetish.
What you did was macabre.
Patch turned out to be handy.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
The story you're telling me is macabre. Dizzy Paper Moon says, will you be making a video on Deadly Premonitions 2 again? Did you mean... Yeah, okay, 2. Like Deadly Premonition 2. Okay. I mean, I have no immediate plans to. I said a lot of what I wanted to say about Deadly Premonition 2 when the game came out. My opinion on it hasn't
Took a coin off the guard.
Money? Would you
hasn't changed all that
I
much.
suspect there's no shops open for an escapee on a midnight run.
Who said anything about spending? I used it to distract soldiers. I quickly found out that guards love picking up free coins off the guard.
Oh. So, Deadly Premonition 2. Let me think about this. I think I've made a couple of videos on it, and I've certainly referenced it.
I picked up the guard's radio.
I referenced it in my D4 video.
I knew other guards could listen in on my conversations with Harris.
I see. You still haven't told me how you got that noose.
I'll tell you later.
I wonder if he ever tells him how he got the
Found a
rope.
special encryption circuit to install in the radio.
So, Deadly Premonition 2, I've referenced it in my D4 video. My D4 video was something that I wanted to make ever since starting Hikikomori Media. Well, that's not entirely true. D4 came out right at the start of my channel. And that game always left that sour taste in my mouth because I wanted to know what had happened. And for years, I was like, what the hell happened? Where's season 2? Where was the plot going? So it took me years to kind of process everything and do all the research. And I seriously got like an old version of Unreal Engine model viewer. I viewed every texture, every model in the game. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb. And then once Deadly Premonition 2 hit, and there's that really big reference to D4, I kind of tied it all together. And I think Deadly Premonition 2 has its purpose. Like, there are things about it that I certainly enjoy, but I enjoy it on an ironic, absurd level, much like people enjoy the first one. See, I think the first one is a good game. Like, with no pretense, I think it's a good game. It's a good horror comedy. It's a good survival horror. I mean, it's not really a balanced survival horror, but it has new ideas about what, like, with the hygiene mechanics and the stamina system. It almost got so absurd that it's almost a parody of survival horror while still working as a good drama. Like, the original Deadly Premonition has some great dramatic beats in there. I almost tear up at a couple of spots every time I play. It has an amazing third act. Some of the twists in there are also quite unique, because the game tackles dissociative identity disorder in a fun way. But Deadly Premonition 1, like, everyone, this is what, has kind of ticked me off over the years, is people think that the reason why Deadly Premonition 1 is funny is because it was unaware that it was being funny, and that is totally not true. Like, they try and make it a Tommy Wiseau parallel, like with The Room. Like, oh, he didn't know he was making a funny movie or a bad movie, right? Swear he didn't know he was being funny. No, swear he is fully aware that Deadly Premonition is funny. Like, one of the music tracks in the game is called Comedic Relief, and it blares over all the scenes that are supposed to be funny. Swear he's got a really good sense of humor, and even in his worst games, he has some good, funny moments in there. Like, even The Good Life cracked me up on occasion, even though that's like one of the most... Oh! I was low on health there. Didn't realize that. Good thing I saved. Even The Good Life cracked me up just because of how absurd that game is. Now, The Good Life, I feel, is Sweary's version of Takeshi's Challenge. You know what I'm talking about? A game completely designed as to waste the player's time and to kind of like poke fun at tired open world games and RPG mechanics. But I also think he thought he was cooking with that one. He thought, like, this is his Animal Crossing. But I don't know. I try and understand the mind of Swery, and I think I get close, but every new game that comes out, he surprises me. So I think The Good Life now is just completely faded into obscurity, except for, like, between me and a couple of my closest friends. We still bring it up all the time. Like, what was he thinking, you know?
Disinfect and heal my wounds. Good news, those kits stopped any bleeding and also healed my wounds over time.
I'm gonna have to use that.
Once you used them, they were gone.
Alright, let's go ahead. Smoke them if you got them. I'm starting to... What's the eye patch for? Can I equip that, I wonder? Am I gonna become the boss? Wait, that was combined. Let's equip. There we go. So it's like a regen effect. It doesn't kick in all at once. Let me see what's cooking with this eye patch here. Okay. Oh my god, it obscures a bit of your vision. Oh wow. It just puts this little vignette. I don't have a cigarette, but I wonder if there's an achievement for playing in this mode, but I'll spare you guys. That's really funny. I got a lighter. I can give the guy a lighter. I'll give him some of that toilet paper. Yeah, I got the shiny coin. I guess this acts as the magazine. You put the coin on the ground and the guards will check it out. Hey, what's going on? We got Zinny X City. We've got so many new faces in here. Akko says, I honestly thought Swery was the Wiseau of gaming in an honorable good way. Oh yeah. Have I played Hotel Barcelona? Yes, I've been given a press copy of Hotel Barcelona, and as per my agreement, I will not be discussing things about it until the video comes out. I'm not sure if I'm going to release the Stray Children video first or Barcelona first. Really, Barcelona is a bit tougher of a game, so you'll hear my opinions on it soon enough. It's very interesting. The project's not exactly what I was expecting, but I've said that about all of Swery's games. Not exactly what I was expecting. Not exactly something of this planet. All right, we got both of them now. Hey, we got some smokes. We'll get them to that guy. I always feel nervous about walking in this light. It's like those spotlights from Metal Gear. Oh! I didn't think my fist could crack through that gas canister, let alone explode. Oh, damn. That sets us back a little bit. Oh my god. How far back does that set us back? I took it. His glass eye.
Yes, I took it out of his eye socket to chill out.
Chill out. Pulling out glass eyes relaxes you?
I'm not a sadist. I didn't enjoy pulling it out, but it helped when I rolled it around in my mouth like candy. I was under a lot of pressure, too much stress, and I'd end up making a mistake.
This is amazing. David, if you're in chat, David, if you're watching the replay of this, you're gonna love this game. This is David's sense of humor. For sure. It's a bit off kilter. Let's see here. Question. Detective Glaive says, are you covering Stray Children? Yes, I am. Of course I am. I've covered all the Onion games thus far. I mean, I haven't covered the other Loveday Lick games. Like, I haven't covered Rule of Rose or Indonesia or UFO. But those are like the older Loveday Lick games. I've covered every single Onion game. I've covered Dandy Dungeon, Million Onion Hotel, Blackbird, Moon, Mona Moore, and then so Stray Children will be my 6th one. I'm doing them a big solid here. That's okay. But I've been really looking forward to Stray Children. So that has been on the docket for a bit. Tulip was Loveday Lick. But yes, I love Tulip. Nikos Christos says, have you tried UFO 50? Yes, there is a UFO 50 stream up on my channel. So if you want to watch me play it, it's up on there. It's in the cool stream playlist. As far as UFO 50 is concerned, I've gotten the cherry on like 3 of the cartridges, and I've beaten a couple others, but I have not cleared all 50 of those games. Some of the requirements to clear them are too absurd, so I don't know if I'll ever 100% UFO 50, but I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it a lot. If you like retro gaming kind of stuff, the Famicom era, the ZX Spectrum and all that stuff, C64, UFO 50 is a solid game. I mean, like, there's something in there for everyone. I loved it. Hey, what's up, Smeen Boy? I honestly thought about playing UFO 50 for this stream, but I wasn't sure if people would dig it. We gotta pass this dude some smokes. Here you go.
Thanks, dude. Hey, do you have a light?
Of course. I knew he was gonna ask.
Thanks, dude.
Anything else?
Hey, give me my lighter back.
What later?
You bastard. Screw yourself in that cell.
Cigarette butt. What can I use that for? Still smoking a little. I guess if I equip it, maybe I can see like laser tripwires or something. That's my guess. And the music's actually faithful
Tell them again.
to Metal Gear.
Sarge says to the soldier, someone sent you a blank letter. The soldier says, it's from my wife, Sergeant. How do you know that, soldier? Because we argued and we don't talk to each other.
All right.
The soldier says to his captain, sir, I need to request leave for this weekend. Why do you need it, Private? I'm gonna have a baby, sir. Congratulations, request granted. Next week, the captain asks him, Private, was it a boy or a girl? And the soldier replies, I don't know, sir. I'll find out in 9 months.
I kind of don't want to kill him
What's in your closet,
to
Private?
see how many jokes they tell.
Water, sir. Don't lie to me. This is wine. Praise the Lord.
Oh, I can pick up the body.
Hey, Mike, can you tell them again? Of course.
I reached a special place where I found something.
What, Mr. Fox?
It was... what was it? Damn, I can't remember.
What the hell? Do I have to come back to this later? After my memory's jogged? Or maybe I have an item in my inventory that will help me out here? I could just use the glass eyeball for something? What's this one say? Oh well, we'll come back to it. Put a pin in that one. Let's see here. Detective Glaive says, if you ever do cover more Love Day Lick, I'd actually say try Lack of Love. It's technically... I have LOL. Hold on. I think I do. Somewhere. Yeah, I think... Is this what you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about? I have this. I bought a copy. So LOL here on the DS is like this weird Picto chat only kind of experience.
Hey, Mike.
The only way you can play with other people is if they have a cartridge of the game. And I remember I got a cartridge for me and a cartridge for Kirk.
My wife, Sergeant.
And I think we played it one time.
And we don't talk to each other.
Oh, they saw me. They saw me. I have Indonesia as well for the PlayStation 2. My first trip to Japan, I had goals. And this was like back in 2019, before the pandemic and before all the prices skyrocketed. My goals were to get Simple Series games because I was still actively doing the Simple Series back then. And any sort of weird unreleased game that didn't make it to like North America or PAL territories. And I also try to get things that you didn't need to know how to read too much Japanese to enjoy. And then I got stuff like Mazurna Falls and stuff, and now that game is way, way expensive. Like, first time I went to Japan, and then after the pandemic, night and day, prices just exploded.
The hell out of him, but I couldn't reach him.
Why couldn't you reach him?
There was a ditch.
A simple ditch stopped you?
This was no mere simple ditch. It was full of tentacles. Stained spears that moved up and down. And bony arms that tried to grab me. Deadly lays.
Okay.
It just keeps going.
You couldn't reach him. For your own good, I'll not include the spears, arms, and tentacles in my report. Now, Mr. Fox, please continue your story.
I think I understand
The fight began.
why this is so funny to me. Oh, this is a boss fight. Grenade guy.
Running away. I'll be stupid, but not a coward.
Oh, okay. What did the... I was just trying to put some distance in there. Oh my god. What? Hold up. Okay. Depleted... This is a weapon? Or how hold on.
And tell me, Mr. Fox, if you could not reach him, how did you manage to beat him?
I created a weapon with the stuff I had on me.
Okay. How do I equip the uranium? Oh, am I making a slingshot? Is that what we're doing here?
The lethal weapon you created with the patch.
Holy shit.
Sort of childish, don't you think?
Maybe the boss doesn't spawn until you have those items. Otherwise, you'd be screwed.
3 shots and goodbye, guard.
Oh, sweet. Oh, damn. Okay. I have a weapon now. This is incredibly clever, though.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Alright, let's try this again. So we need to combine... Oh, I got my health kit back? That's weird.
The lethal weapon you created with the patch.
Okay. Right bumper. Oh, shit. Why is he making velociraptor sounds? That vignette is so distracting, though. Oh! It's gonna give me a seizure. Got him!
Boss defeated.
You win!
I searched the grenade guy.
Wait, wasn't there a ditch?
I used the bridge.
What bridge? You told me you couldn't cross the ditch.
Because I didn't see it at first. I was completely focused on my opponent, the grenade guy.
I see.
What? I can choose skills? This is great. Steel Fist. Your punches strike twice against enemies and containers. Your speed increases 10%, 35% if no enemies are in the room. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the speed. Oh, that's 35% more. Oh, I can dodge roll? I got the hook. That was pretty good. Anyway, my point I was saying was, I think I know why this game is working for me and why I think it's funny. It's because, as I said, it's like the Naked Gun. They play it completely straight, and it's not like High on Life or something, like we're just constantly an assault on the senses, and I don't know. Millennial writing, as they say. And I just have a soft spot for Metal Gear. It's one of my favorite series, so you can a good parody of something is something that comes out of a place of love. I believe Norm Macdonald said something like that. Like when you're trying to imitate somebody, it's only funny if you have some sort of respect or endearment towards that person. And I can tell this team really knew their Metal Gear, as well as some other things. But this shit is good, really good.
Hey, bro, help me. Get me out of this hole.
If you're in a cell, it's because you committed a crime. And I don't free criminals.
But you're a prisoner too.
I've been imprisoned for a crime I didn't commit.
Fuck you.
My crime's different. I'm innocent.
I'm also innocent.
Right.
That's what they all say.
Please, they keep the key in that box.
Oh, that one over there. Let me read a little chat here. I know it's a different LOL, Detective Glaive. There's LOL, there's UFO, I guess Captain Rainbow and Chibi Robo are kind of in the extended universe. There's Giftopia on the GameCube and a few other Loveday Lick games. But I've played most of them. Nikos Christo says, after Hotel Barcelona, do we have any clue what Swery's next project is? Well, Nikos, there is a Swery game that I did not cover. And that's, there's a guy in my Discord that actually plays it all the time. It's called Death Game Hotel. Not to be confused with Hotel Barcelona, but Death Game Hotel is a VR game for Meta, I believe. And I only have PlayStation VR. So I didn't get a chance to check that out.
Hold on, I'm opening it.
Thanks, dude.
This guy's shady. I don't trust him.
Oh, what a pity. The key broke.
Oh no.
Bastard.
Hasta la vista.
Did it break for real? Oh, so I can't open that now? I should have opened the right cell. Oh well. Postal Dude voice actor? It might be. Dizzy Paper Moon says, is the Postal Dude the same voice actor for Big the Cat, or was that Duke Nukem? I always forget. John St. John was Big the Cat for Sonic Adventure. If you enjoy like the Sonic voice actors from the Adventure series, like Ryan Drummond and Deem Bristow, then you guys should go play Illbleed or Blue Stinger, because Elliot Ballad is the protagonist. That's Ryan Drummond. And Dogs Bauer is the late Deem Bristow. And then I think they may also make appearances in Illbleed as well. They were essentially the voices of the Dreamcast era. What? Oh yeah, he's in here. I forgot about that. So I got a rope. And I got a hook. I think I can go into the sewer now. Right?
Before going down, I had to tend to some matters with Harris.
Okay. Well, what else does he want? Gross. Digital display. Yeah, let's get... I think I have to give him the radio, right? I don't think so. Protects the eyes from hard light. What? Let's try that out. Oh, it is sunglasses. Okay. Works as intended. Well, what does he want from me? Let's check our objectives. Look for a rope. Attach the encryption circuit to the radio. Do I have the encryption circuit? I suppose I don't. In Postal 4, yes. Not in Postal 2. It's a different actor. I haven't played Postal since Postal 2, but I have watched the Uwe Boll movie. Uwe Boll actually has some good movies, by the way. I do recommend Postal and his Rampage series. Rampage 1 through 3. Pretty decent. They're actually real movies. I think Uwe Boll was trying to get another movie. I think he was trying to make a sequel to Postal the last time I checked in on him. I think he had a Indiegogo or something for it. I've met the actor Zach Ward. He played the Postal dude. He was at a horror convention that I went to. Zach Ward... You guys ever seen the movie A Christmas Story? That it's mostly an American kind of thing, A Christmas Story, but like every December, they play A Christmas Story like 100 times on television, and it's kind of a tradition for some people around here. Anyway, Scott Farkas, the redheaded kid, the ginger kid in A Christmas Story, that's Zach Ward. And he played the Postal dude in the Postal movie. He was also in another television show called Titus from the American comedian Christopher Titus. I believe Christopher Titus owns the series now, so you can watch it on his YouTube channel. It's an okay sitcom, I guess. I don't remember too much from it. Alright, so we need to find this chip. I have a feeling it's in here. But I'm kind of confused by the layers. Like, is this a staircase? Are these walls? Let's, That's not it. What about this wristwatch? No. Oh, it shows the current time. So if you look in the bottom the bottom right corner of the game, that is the current time that it's reading from my Steam Deck. I guess that's useful in case you don't want to lose track while you're playing the game. Interesting. I still haven't found a use for this cigarette butt. Dizzy Paper Moon asks, do you have a favorite Final Fantasy? Oh, that's a tall question. Final Fantasy has about 40 different games. If we count all the spin-offs and Chocobo games and things of that nature. Chocobo Racing, the dungeons, Dissidia, Air Guys, right? What if I said it was Air Guys? Out of the main line, people are gonna hate me for this, but I really like Final Fantasy 15. It just hit me on all fronts. Now, as far as like traditional as far as like traditional Final Fantasy games, 15 is nothing like the traditional ones. It has a lot of like modern things about it that people were tired of at the time, but I don't play a lot of open world games in general. And I liked how ambitious the whole 15 project was, because it expands beyond just the game. Like there's a novel, there's a movie, a lot of mixed media surrounding Final Fantasy 15, and Hajime Tabata really wanted to try something there. Not everything worked out. It is unfinished. There is a chapter of the game that wasn't, like, it was basically in development. There was like some additional DLC that was going to cover some of the events that happened after Noctis takes the throne, that I wish they would have had time for, but they did not. The last thing we got was episode Arden, which is the antagonist of Final Fantasy 15, and his DLC is very weird because you're just like running up buildings and blowing people up and stuff. I have a friend who really doesn't like 15 because he thought it didn't make any sense, and I disagree there, because 15, it makes sense if you watch Kingsglaive, then play through the game and read the codex and everything if you get confused. But the narrative framework, because it is an open world game, doesn't necessarily tell its story in a linear fashion. And I mean, like, you could also play like some of the spin-off games too. They kind of expand on Regis, who's Noctis's father, and his rise to the throne and stuff. But some people hated that. I thought 15, I liked it, not necessarily for the story, which is a problem with a lot of old school Final Fantasy heads. They play them almost exclusively for the story. For me, I thought it was the sum of all of its parts. I like the dynamic of the Royal Guard in Noctis. I liked the homecoming tale of like reclaiming the throne from an evil empire. The just little moments. There's a lot, like 15 has so many little moments where you're out camping or making food or just doing a lot of side quests, kind of like in a Monster Hunter fashion. I liked that. You could just specifically stick to the story, and if that's what you did, you might not walk away with too much, but I was going for everything. I was filling out like the Monsterpedia. I was doing all the side quests, getting all the royal armaments, upgrading my whip, just upgrading the regalia. Really going out on my way to do like the crazy hard dungeons and stuff. And if I could really break it down into simplest terms, I just like the cast a lot. I thought the cast just clicked with me better than most Final Fantasy casts. I don't think the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth series or whatever, the remake series, hit the same for me like 15. It just didn't. I wish Square would go back and do like a director's cut of 15 and finish up the unfinished bits. But it is what it is, I suppose. Also, my ass reviewed the VR fishing game. I reviewed another piece. There was another piece I forgot to mention. There was a VR fishing game called Monster of the Deep that I found to be pretty enthralling and scary. So, yeah. I just like 15. It has my favorite cast. I liked that it was like a celebration of all the past Final Fantasy games. You get like an MP3 player with some of the soundtracks. I liked customizing my whip, driving around the big open world. You get a boat at one point. You can go fishing and just do a bunch of redneck shit. I like that. I have weird taste. Let's see. Oh, everyone's dogging on me now in chat. Detective Glaive says, the way people talk about Final Fantasy is like traditional Silent Hill, where no one ever has played them, but they sure have opinions on them. See, I don't know. I've never once connected with the Final Fantasy fan base at all. Like, I didn't play 14 or 11. I don't really know what most people's opinions are on each individual title, except for people hate 8 and they hate 15, but I enjoyed both of those. I've enjoyed something about every Final Fantasy title, really. It's comfort food to me. But, I'm kind of far removed from the audience on that one. I have a Final Fantasy 15 shirt around here somewhere. I used to, okay, at one of my old jobs, back around the time 15 came out, a friend of mine had a job at Best Buy, and they got the store display of Noctis and the Boys, like the big poster, huge poster that would go up in the Best Buy. And once they took it down, he's like, hey, do you like Final Fantasy? I was like, yeah, I like Final Fantasy. And he brings me this huge poster. And then I hung that shit up. I don't know what happened to that poster, but I'd like to get it back because I absolutely love 15. Why won't he talk to me? Maybe I need to give him something. I don't really have much to give him. Because, like, when I try and go in this hole here...
Before going down, I had to tend to some matters with Harris.
Alright, well, Harris, here I am. I guess the mission is to attach the encryption circuit to the radio, so I still haven't found the encryption circuit. To like 15, you need to have a refined taste in Nomura. I don't know if I have a refined taste. Many people would accuse me of having shit taste. The kind of games I cover here on the channel, maybe from like an outsider's glance, are just Kosoge. Just endless streams of Kosoge. That's what we like over here. There is something wrong with me, I know that. But I'll share my perspective is of somebody who grew up playing just whatever was put in front of them. Like when I was a child, I rented games, or my mom would pick up whatever was cheap, whatever she found at a garage sale. And that's just what I had to play. Like, I didn't have YouTube growing up. I had video gaming magazines. So I could only kind of get screenshots and then some editors' opinions on things. A lot of my friends growing up didn't play a lot of games, and video games were sort of a taboo subject. Only nerds played them. Until, like, Pokemon came out. Once Pokemon came out, everyone started playing games. But, so I grew up playing just whatever was in front of me. Whatever was in my house. My mom played games, too. So whatever she was playing, I would play. Whatever my friends had at their place. Like, you know, somebody would be babysitting me. And then somebody'd have a random assortment of NES games or Super Nintendo games. And I'd play that shit. Whatever was at a family's house. At my grandparents' house, somehow, my grandma and grandpa had a copy of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde for the NES. And me and my cousins would play that. Just that sort of torture. So, that sort of thing resonated with me. Just like games that are maybe objectively bad or unfair or were NES hard. So my taste in stuff is kind of jaded in a way. Like, I have a very high tolerance for things. Even though my Silent Hill F video might portray me in a different light. I have a pretty high tolerance for, you know, frustrating games and stuff like that. But I also kind of grew up through various generations of consoles, too. So I've been exposed to a lot. Maybe over 1,000 games. I don't know. I've never sat down to count it, but I have a perspective of, like, I put blinders on whenever a new game comes out. I put blinders on. I put filters on so I don't encounter anyone else's opinion on stuff. If I already know what I like, I know that going into something, if there's a developer that I've enjoyed their past works, I go into their new game blind. But a downside to that is I end up in situations like this game where it's been out forever, but I didn't know about it. And I would have loved this game when it came out, and I wish I could have supported the developer. So that's the thing. Alright, I need to figure this out. I need to complete the sub-objectives, but that dude's asleep. And I gotta find a way to wake him up. But he's got a good snooze going here. I can't throw the eyeball at him. Quick saves, shiny and tempting. I already got the coins. I don't know what the rings do just yet. Not the glasses. Guess I can't wake him up yet. 15 is a Tabata game more than anything. Yeah, it is. He also made the Third Birthday, which everyone says is the worst. Oh, shit! Maybe that's what I was supposed to do. Fight this guy.
You broke down the door and attacked a guard while he was on the toilet?
Yes, I beat the shit out of him.
Is that a joke?
No, I literally beat the shit out of him. That toilet paper wasn't unscented anymore.
Let's move on.
Well, I can get my TP back, I guess. Use toilet paper. Great. I literally beat the shit out of him. Alright, well, let's see what it says here. Newly scented. Okay. Kusoge means shit game. Gay, G-E, gay, meaning game. Kuso, meaning shit. It's a kusoge is a term that Japanese gamers, I think on 2channel, came up with to refer to certain kinds of games. Like there's I think the first game that was ever coined kusoge was a game called Iki Unite, which is on Steam now, and I actually like Iki Unite, but there was a genre of game that was known either frustrating mechanics or cheap, not quality kusoge. That's the kind of stuff I like, really. A lot of it. Guys, if you know what I'm missing here, please feel free to shout it out in chat. I think I've got all the items I can. I'm trying to talk to that lieutenant, but he isn't responding at all. I'm wondering if I have to call him on the radio. I don't have the chip, though. So I beat that guy. I got the rope. I got the hook. I'm ready for the sewer. I just got to figure out where to get the chip from, because you can see his portrait over there. I do need to speak with him, but I'm lacking the prompts here. Like, I'm knocking. He's not wanting to talk. I shot him with a uranium ball. No cigarette. Give him the TP. Let's see here. Because the objectives right here say that I need to attach an encryption circuit to the radio. But I have no idea where that is. I thought it was in that one room that I went into over here. It's gonna be something stupid obvious, I know. But, do I have to crawl? Oh my god, I dodge rolled. Oh my god, okay. Well, I didn't know I could dodge roll under things. There it is.
I just had to attach it to the radio.
I didn't have, chat did not help me on this one. I found it out on my own, so no shame, but I did not know I could dodge roll under things here.
With the modified radio, I could speak to Harris with no one listening.
Perfect.
Now, I just had to bring it to him.
And the noose?
Later.
Okay, so to roll you have to hit Y, and I did not press that, so interesting. Okay, moving right along.
Here you are, Colonel. A radio. I've modified it to encrypt the signal.
Oh, good job, son. Do you have another one for you?
I'll call you through channel 1 as soon as I find another.
Good luck, son. And Godspeed.
Oh, there it is. Is it gonna make me get another one? So I have an unencrypted radio that I just picked up. Do I have to go and get the other circuit? I wonder. How did I know it would be that silly? Okay. Sure.
With the radio encrypted, I could talk to Harris. I wouldn't have been able to escape without his help. I hate to admit it, but the grumpy old man gave some good advice. Colonel, do you copy?
Copy.
I found a rope to go down the sewer.
And you're not down yet? What the hell are you waiting for?
I'm on it, Colonel.
Who else can I call?
Jesse here. Over. Jesse here. Over.
No one yet. Maybe I'll get new codec numbers as we go along. Sweet. I'm excited to see what else is in store for me in this game. This is called UnMetal, though. This is fantastic. It's like a Naked Gun version of Metal Gear.
I couldn't see the bottom of that hole, but I anchored the rope and I went down.
I got a cigarette. The cigarette should help me there. All right. I was missing out on a secret, so I guess there's more to that level there. I think it was that cell I couldn't get
I
into.
anchored the rope and went down into the pitch darkness. Finally, I touched ground. I was in a sewer composed of narrow passages. There were channels of rotten water and narrow sidewalks. And the typical pipes and waste everywhere. It smelled like shit. The putrid air was barely breathable. But once my lungs got used to that stench, I started to investigate my surroundings. First off, I had to check the depth of the water.
Check the depth of the water. How am I going to go about that? I don't have the rope anymore. Could I use the toilet paper? I don't know. Dizzy Paper Moon says, my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy XII. That game was never supposed to be a Final Fantasy game because it took place in the Vagrant universe. Wait a second. Didn't it take place in Ivalice? Ivalice is the Final Fantasy Tactics universe. It was Tactics long before it was Vagrant story. Severed arm.
I dipped the severed arm in the water to calculate the depth. As soon as I did, it started shaking. When
Is
I
it
pulled
melting?
back out,
Nice.
There was nothing but bones. I couldn't explain what I saw, but my instincts told me this water might be dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. I had trouble getting where I needed to go. In fact, I had to build a floating platform to get through. Worse yet, everything down there was out for my blood.
What the hell's going on now? This is taking a big tonal shift. Plastic drum. That's going to be our base, right? Or at least the flotation bit of our raft. The lighting's... Oh my god! That's a merman!
What exactly did you say attacked you?
What you just heard. Some sort of hybrid between piranha and human.
A human piranha attacked you? I see. And in your opinion, could you elaborate how this hybrid could exist?
That question kept gnawing at the back of my brain the entire day. I dwelled on it over and over again. And after seeing everything I saw on that base, their facilities, their experiments, their labs, I reached the only logical explanation.
And what was that, Mr. Fox?
Scientist or mother? Let's go with mother. We're mother fans
That
over
woman,
here.
hell-bent on becoming a mother, was unable to afford standard artificial insemination. So she sought illicit services on the black market instead. And you know how the black market is. They scam you with any fake shit. She took up an offer from a back alley doctor who did the operation as requested. But she had yet to find out that she was actually fertilized with piranha sperm.
Happens to the best of us.
Months passed, and she became the mother of a school of human piranha hybrids.
This is great.
The horrified woman flushed them down the toilet. They ended up in the sewers, where they would keep reproducing, creating a colony of human piranha hybrids. The same ones that attacked me.
Well, now we know their backstory, and that makes all the difference. How many babies did this lady have? I guess we're just abandoning the whole stealth concept for a bit. I bet I have to find 4 of those drums. Where's that phone? The sprite work here is really well done.
I answered the call before leaving.
Okay.
Son, do you copy?
Copy, Colonel.
It's my radio.
Trying to contact you.
There was no signal down in the sewers.
Have you already escaped? Where are you now?
Not much progress. I should still be near the prisons.
Are you kidding me, Fox? You're still too damn close. You need to travel.
This is amazing, Smeen Boy.
I know, but there are sewer channels blocking my way.
Then build something to cross them, Fox. Find some materials. Where are you exactly?
I think I'm in the office of some sort of officer.
You should search for classified files about Operation Jericho. Take them with you. They're up to something. I don't know what. We must find out.
I think this is the game Kojima actually wanted to make. But Konami wouldn't let him.
Before leaving the office, I searched for the documents.
Alright, well, I just... Where could they be? Could they be in the filing cabinet? Got him.
Before leaving the office, I called Harris.
Before leaving the office, I did 3 other things. Wait, 5 other things.
Copy.
I found some documents. Operation Jericho. Looks like it talks about an attack plan.
Attack against what, son?
I have no idea. It's encoded. I'll keep searching for more documents, Colonel.
I need documents to unencrypt the documents I just found so I can unencrypt the next documents I
How
find.
did you find out about it, Mr. Fox?
As I told you, Colonel Harris asked me to search for files about it.
The deceased Colonel Harris? Yes.
I had the feeling that this officer didn't believe anything I was saying.
It's understandable. I don't believe you either.
Oh, really? Well, Mr. Cornelius.
He's telling stories within stories now.
I like the way you tell it. And since there are no theaters,
Metal Gearception here.
so what was Operation Jericho?
Turns out that location was actually
I'm sure this shit is confidential. He shouldn't be telling his girlfriend this.
army, commanded by someone named General X. They were planning a large-scale attack against Allied posts.
And that plan was?
Be patient. That comes later.
This bitch is pretending not to be interested in this hilarious
The
story.
officer that was taking my statement
Women.
was also curious about what I knew.
And what exactly do you know about Operation Jericho, Mr. Fox?
That it was a hell of an operation. Harris and I knew the details thanks to the files we found. Correction, I found.
Again, how much did you exactly find out?
Let me continue. You'll find out later.
Alright. I'm gonna try this door again. Hopefully he doesn't tell me anything else about files. Nope, I need a key card. That should have been the one thing. It's like, I couldn't go through it without the key card, but here we are, back to the sewers again. In the inventory, move the right stick over any item to bind a shortcut. Okay. Oh, okay. So I can have multiple at a time. I guess that's handy. I don't really know what I need to bind yet, so I could try smoking that cigarette and see if it'll light up the area. I don't know if that made a difference. In Metal Gear, if you smoke cigarettes, it drained a bit of your health. We have 4.
Sergeant Roscoe here. What? Escaped? How? Through the sewers? Shit! No, don't send anyone. If he hides like a rat, he will die like a rat.
All the English voice actors were paid $5 exactly. And they did a good job. Alright, so now we gotta get this guy's attention, perhaps? Let's check our objectives. Cross the sewers, that's all we got, okay. We'll come back later.
Shredders.
What?
That asshole Roscoe ordered to have them activated. Later they would be a pain in my ass, but they'd end up saving it too.
The shredders, yeah. Every sewer comes equipped with them. Am I supposed to build this boat already? Because I only have the barrels. Well, I don't have the key card yet, so there's no way it's this. I'm going to make sure I can't cross that, so no. Maybe we'll add that to the shortcut, right?
I considered floating the drums on the water and walking across, but they weren't very stable.
Okay. Need to find a spot for him then.
I considered floating the drums on the water and walking.
Alright. How do we make them stable? Is the question. Classified documents. Let's
The first file was about an attack plan. Its code name was Operation Jericho. I couldn't find many details because it was encoded, but anyone could understand a chart about casualties. Its lines went all the way to the top.
Okay. You know what? I do have I can just call the colonel, right?
Jesse here. Over. Shit, there's no signal down here.
Oh, I have to go upstairs. Let's go upstairs and use that radio. Alright, check it out.
I couldn't use the radio at that time.
So there's only one room that I can use the radio in, and it's all the way back here. Whatever. We've officially made all the mermen extinct. Or wait, they're piranha men. Alright.
Colonel, do you read me?
Loud and clear, Fox.
How were you captured?
We were heading to Cantor, a neutral zone, when we were ambushed. No one else survived. I doubt anyone back at base expects me to be alive either.
Okay, so I guess my next objective is in that room with that guard. I gotta get his attention. Maybe with a coin? Hey, what's up, Lost Impact? Are you gonna try to go to PAX East, Hikiko? I'm almost a little tempted to go there with a friend to experience it for the first time and maybe play Pragmata, Onimusha, and Tides of Annihilation. For next year, I mean. I have no plans to travel for a little bit. I recently went to Japan. It was an amazing trip. I spent a month over there. That was my travel budget for a little bit. I have some other things going on that are tying up my plans to travel. So I've never been to PAX, but I have a buddy who lives over in that area, and I think he's gone, and he said it's been okay. I'm not a huge gaming convention kind of guy, honestly. I've been to some. Let's see, I've been to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I've been to Screw Attack Gaming Convention. It's not a thing anymore. What else did I go to? I've been to like some local video game conventions, just like smaller things. But it's really not my scene. It's not that I don't like other gamers or what have you. That's not the case. It's just I get a little overwhelmed in those places. I love video games. I love old games especially. And when I'm surrounded by thousands of them, I don't even know where anything begins or ends. I just get so overwhelmed. That, and I mean, there's a lot of people there too. And I always feel like I'm pressed for time. Like, there's so much I want to do, so much I want to see, and I'm just pressed for time. So it's kind of miserable for me in a way. Yeah. That's me for you, though. How the fuck do I get over to this side of the room? We gotta get his attention.
I couldn't.
Can't use the radio. What other distractions do I have? I got these drums. I can't use the files. The toilet paper is a joke. I don't know. Maybe it's not in here. I can't push. Oh my god. I have to clip through this. I had to clip through it, guys. Of course. I didn't think I could clip through it. I thought the way this shelf is orientated, it looks like the bottom shelf is flush to the ground, but my bad. Alright, now let's take out this guard. So he looks up at the filing cabinets when he reaches them. Oh!
Huh. Did I just hear a rat? Get out from your hole, you cowardly vermin! Look what the cat dragged in. The escaped prisoner. We've got some big balls coming here.
The biggest.
The situation was foobar. He was armed and hunkered down behind his desk. I was screwed.
So what did you do?
In 5 nanoseconds, I scrutinized the room and noticed a very subtle detail. There was a large globe in the middle of the room. I already had what I needed to take him down.
What am I gonna do with that? Hold up, hold up. Oh, great. It's a beach ball situation. Oh my god. I have to play like beach volleyball to kill this boss. This is great. Okay. Got it. Let's do it. I don't think I have anything else I can use to my advantage, but maybe the bandages to stop bleeding. So we'll just have that hotkey there. Yeah, he just notices you no matter what. Okay. I'm exposed. Maybe I can dodge roll that. I didn't try. So let me... I think I have to dodge roll and then volley that over towards him. Okay, yeah. That's the ticket. And then I think I have to wait for him to pop up. Yep, up. And he makes the velociraptor noise as well. Okay, let's get this equipped. Okay. Oh shit. He does a lot of damage. I mean, as a bullet would. I think I got this. Yes. Thanks for the tooltips there. Dizzy says, I love watching my garbage isekai anime while watching the stream. Which garbage isekai anime are you watching?
Huh. Did I just...
Okay, got him. Whoop!
Pissing me off.
Oh no! Oh no, he's got 2 bullets now. Okay, let's heal up. Okay. Oh, got hit by that second one. Make it count. He's gonna do 3. I got a terrible angle on him. Okay. Okay. We got him! We got him!
You win!
Not too bad. Honestly, that's a really creative boss fight. This game didn't have to go so hard, but it did. Alright, where are we in the stream? Oh, wow. We're about 2 hours in, on the nose. What do you think? I just want to remind everyone, if you're watching this, let's see if it'll work here. I'll have to just channel it here because my one thing's not working. Bing! Leave that like, get out of my face. It's the free option. We've had a pretty good stream so far. It's a very funny game. It's been a minute. I'm trying to get back in the swing of streaming, so you'll be seeing me more often. Probably on Wednesdays at 5 for now, until we, you know, find a good happy medium for everyone. I'm gonna be working on, you know, the next videos. Hopefully the algorithm will pick up that Silent Hill video. My last one, my Dear Bloober video, nothing happened with it for like a good week. Then the algorithm picked it up and then it like hit 50K, which is pretty big for my little channel. So I was very happy to see that. And a lot of people subscribed after that Bloober video. So I'm trying to encourage people that are new to the channel to just watch. I put up 2 playlists. Either watch the sweary files, of course, because there's a lot of, that's probably my most in-depth work that I do, or my Silent Hill video playlist. So you kind of get a better feel of my taste and, I don't know, history with Silent Hill, as well as some fun stuff. So I'm hoping the Silent Hill F video finally, you know, hits the right audience. I'm very happy though that I've seen people resonate. It resonate with people though. A lot of funny comments on that one. We'll say 10 yards.
Around 10 yards.
Hold on. Weren't those channels narrow? You're contradicting yourself, Mr. Fox.
Thank you, Cordy.
The sewer fumes were psychotropic and messing with my senses.
I see.
Psychotropic fumes. This is going to be great.
To the other side.
Obtain a platform. So I got the key card, so we're still working on building a bridge. Let me read a little bit of chat here. Have you any of you guys ever checked out the PS2 Genji game? Yeah, I've checked out Genji. Also the PS3 one as well. Yoshiki Okamoto worked on those Genji games. I got a video about him. By the way, did things ever end up working out with trying to get those codes for Hotel Barcelona and Silent Hill F? Lost Impact, it did for Hotel Barcelona. Swery's company, White Owls, their producers sent me a review code, which I do have for Hotel Barcelona. I'm working through that game right now. So that's why I can't say anything about Hotel Barcelona until the video is done. So I will be talking about that. So they did come through. The Swery files are on, thanks to Swery himself. Folks, we've been unblocked by Swery. He's given us game key codes. Relations have never been better between Hikiko and Swery. People don't understand, like, I don't know, that I'm still a huge Swery fan, even though, like, there are certain games that I did not enjoy. I'm still a huge Swery head, okay? We're Team Swery over here. You know, that's just the nature of things. You saw The Good Life. What else is there for me to say? Let's see. Lost Impact says, I'm sorry, I haven't watched your Silent Hill F video yet. I just want to make sure I beat the game first and see most of it. That's fine. Honestly, I'm just happy that Silent Hill fans are playing games again. We've got zombie dogs.
Puppy, are you a good boy?
Why did he have to do that?
But that hound was trained to kill. Its bloody eyes looked at me like I was a well-done steak.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, it doesn't follow me across screens. Do I have to punch out the dog? I really don't want to pull a Hassan here. Nope. And we got Tasmanian devil clouds. Oh, and we're bleeding out. Jesus. I guess I have to find something to distract this dog. Cordy says, I'm glad you're trying to get back into streaming. My feedback will be possibly trying to get as little delay as possible so you can be more synced with chat. I'm not sure, like, my chat moves kind of slowly as is. As far as delay, I'm running on a fiber optic connection. Whatever delay has been introduced is probably coming from the ingestion server end on YouTube. And there's not a whole ton I can do about that. But no, I'm running on a fiber optic connection. We're uploading at 70,000 kilobytes per second. No drop frames. Things are going okay.
Who's there?
Mike, Cat, T-Rex. Let's say Mike.
It's Mike.
Fuck, Mike, you scared me.
I'm sorry. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Before I play Silent Hill F, I'm gonna try and finish Silly X Polybeast and maybe Fantasia Neo Dimension 2. I don't know what Silly X Polybeast is, and I'm afraid to ask. Qwerty, game, you might have to battle this animal. Gamers, absolutely not. No, I don't want to kill any dogs. What I like about the original Metal Gear Solid is you don't have to fight Sniper Wolves at all. You can actually find her handkerchief and befriend all the dogs in the original Metal Gear Solid. I always like that detail. I think I was talking to somebody about that earlier, but
Heading south, I ran
somebody asked me what my favorite kind of games were, and it's always detail-oriented games. Small details make a big impact with me. You know, I got these rings. What do I do with them? Let's try this coin out. I can always get it back. Alright. I do want to test this coin. Coin.
Hey, a coin.
There we go.
Once the guards were history,
That's how it's done.
examined the engine.
Yeah, any game that... I like games that have a sense of humor. I like something that has good contrast. And I tried to touch upon that in the most recent Silent Hill video. This is the thing. This is the thing that gets me. People that take Metal Gear and Silent Hill just completely, like, they're like the biggest, best dramas ever created here. And there's like, you know, you have to be 100% serious all through. No, Silent Hill is hilarious. There are so many funny things about all the Silent Hill games. They have moments of levity in them. Same thing with Metal Gear. Metal Gear is so ridiculous at times. Of course, it has like the geopolitical espionage, Tom Clancy sort of plot to them. But they also have like guys shitting their pants, or Meryl going in there and stealing all their clothes, or, you know, dousing your body in ketchup to fake your own death. And little odd things like, oh, I showed up to this cutscene and I had an electric shaver in my pocket, and now another character has a clean shaven face later on, you know. I think I would argue that comedy is just as important when you're trying to develop a good drama. I believe it was Takeshi Kitano. He's Sonatine and Takeshi's Castle, Takeshi's Challenge, Outrage. Takeshi Kitano, he also did a Zao Taichi remake too. He's one of the most famous actors, one of the most famous directors in Japan. And he made a lot of serious dramas. He made some hard-boiled Yakuza movies and such, but he always stressed the emphasis on putting some comedy in there. Because if you're going to introduce a lot of brutality and serious moments, you got to like provide some sort of relief for the audience. And it doesn't have to be like a full-on comedy. Like, I don't expect Silent Hill to be just a series of pratfalls and fart noises or something like that. That's not what I'm arguing for. Is what I'm saying is, like, you really need to ease up off of the seriousness at times. Like, Silent Hill 3 can be really wacky as well. Silent Hill 1, just with the corny voice acting, there's a lot of great comedic moments, and they're not super frequent. They happen every once in a while, but when they do hit, your mind starts to, you know, relax a little bit. They're memorable. Like, you know, they leave an impact on you. And then, like, when you're starting to relax again, that's when they start throwing in more fucked up things. It's a balance is what I'm getting at. And I think a lot of the Silent Hill fan base, their minds are poisoned in such a way based on the way the series was presented to them. Because Silent Hill in the video essay community on YouTube, what have you, and in the media space in general, is well regarded as like an untouchable. It is placed on such a high pedestal that it is one of the great epics in the Eastern canon of video games. And as such, as I said, people, the well has been poisoned, that it is just a great dramatic epic, and you know, it is to be held in a sacred esteem. But like some of us old Silent Hill heads, we know that there's silly things like the hyper spray and the sexy beam, silly costumes and pizza scenes, and then James perving on Maria, you know, the Borley haunted mansion. Silent Hill 4, the whole game is funny. Like, yeah, there's some more cryptic, weird scenes with Walter, but the whole game is really stupid and funny. And it just blows my mind, I guess, that people look at that series and walk away with it with that it's just like one thing. I think the reason why I like Silent Hill is because there's a broad spectrum of emotions in storytelling and experiences to be had.
Diesel engine with no AdBlue or particulate filter.
What does that mean?
Running away in that truck would have polluted the area with nitrogen oxides and microparticles. And I wasn't willing to sacrifice these for a hasty retreat. So I armed myself with patience, and I kept searching for another way to escape.
Well, Jesse, I didn't know you were so eco-friendly.
Well, it's nothing really.
Okay, so I have gasoline. I guess this is going to be a weapon. I have raw meat, which I can use for the dog. Hell yeah. Let me read some chat here. How can you sit there and eat pizza? Zap says, and that's why Swery has so much comedic relief in Deadly Premonition. That's the name of the song everyone remembers from that game. Exactly. Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre pose in Silent Hill 2. Resident Evil 7, by the way, is my favorite Resident Evil. That may be sacrilege in some circles, but 7 captured that Texas Chainsaw Massacre Toby Hooper movie vibe. There are so many things I love about 7. It's hard to describe. It does have a kind of a shitty third act, like when you have to go through the boat section twice in a row. I mean, Silent Hill 4 also has several repeat sections, whatever. It still has its moments. But 7 overall, I thought was such a... I thought it was the shock that to the system that the series needed. I don't think 8 captured the same magic as 7 at all. I know people like Lady D and their giantess fantasies and stuff like that. My problems with Resident Evil 8 is that it felt more like a Mega Man game than it did a Resident Evil game. There were so many antagonists introduced throughout Resident Evil Village that you never spent too much time with one and got to like really absorb their motivations. There wasn't too much tragedy behind their backstories or anything like depth to the experience as much as 7. And it, like as I said, you were introduced to so many different antagonists and areas and things that you didn't feel that same kind of sense of home that you do in 7. 7, I know the Baker estate better than probably my own house. I ran through that game so many times and did Ethan Must Die, and I did all the DLC and all that stuff. I've platinumed everything on 7. Village was a one and done kind of game for me. And I know people really enjoy 4 or 8. Village is a lot like 4. It felt like it was treading a lot of the same ground, and then they threw in a little haunted house aspect later on with some psychological horror. But oh shit, that was a mistake. The meat doesn't last forever. It's a good thing I saved. I thought the meat was going to last more than 3 seconds, to my credit there. Yes, a lost impact. I'm not going to spoil anything for Silent Hill F, but there is a callback to that in Silent Hill F. Zach Brannigan says Resident Evil 7's Evil Dead reference made me laugh out loud. Perfect line delivery. Yeah, there's a lot of Evil Dead influence, especially with the character of Marguerite Baker. Marguerite and Jack are like two of the best antagonists to ever come out of the Resident Evil series. Hands down. Marguerite, her sections are just genuinely terrifying, especially if you play in VR. I recommend everyone try out Madhouse mode. If you've never played Resident Evil 7 on Madhouse, give it a go. Oh, there is a mic. Real cheap. This is another Goonies reference.
I'm done with his shit. Just go shoot that bastard. I'm already on my way.
Nice.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you for knocking out that dick.
By the way, name's Jesse Fox.
I'm Mike.
Hold on. Don't tell me the prisoner was also named Mike.
No. Hold on. It wasn't Mike.
I'm Robert.
Let's see if I can get you out of here, Robert.
Thanks, Fox, but no. If you escape, they'll shoot you. And I'd rather be jailed than buried. You don't have a radio, do you?
Hold on. I'll get one for you.
Let me guess. This is going to be right here. Nope. Okay, well, we got to search for a radio. And then I'll have a new friend to talk to on the radio. All these soldiers are named Mike, yeah.
Heard something. Mike!
Not Mike! I always use the body trick. Tried and true. Oh, we got him. We got to encrypt that radio, though. Yeah, clippable. Resident Evil 7, though, I did make a video on it. I'd like to go back and give my, do a little retrospective on it. Because at the time, when I made that Resident Evil 7 video, none of the DLC had released. And the DLC in Resident Evil 7 is some of the most wildest, best DLC ever released. And I don't even like DLC. And I loved what they did with 7. 8 was kind of a disappointment in comparison. I did like the what's Ethan's daughter's name? Something Winters. I did like her DLC, but the other stuff in Village was kind of weak compared to the End of Zoe. End of Zoe is probably my favorite DLC of all time. I honestly think Joe Baker should have his own video game. I liked the nomadic, hillbilly, in the bayou, swamp setting, crafting spears to fight zombie crocodiles and ripping up tree bark and eating live grubs. Like, that was amazing. They need to make a Cabela's Resident Evil game. That is my perfect game right there. Let's see. Real life is funny and serious at the same time. That's right. Real life is absurd. One of my favorite things that I live by is reality is stranger than fiction. It truly is. If you've known me long enough, if you hang out with me long enough, I'll tell you some weird stories. Everyone thinks I'm a weird storyteller. And I always feel like some of the stories I tell people are just so bizarre that they probably think I'm a liar. But a lot of the things I've experienced in life have just been bizarre. I am like a magnet for weird stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but I've lived through a lot of weird stuff, and it's really defined my sense of humor and my way of looking at the world, and what I'm attracted to in terms of friends and media and just experiences. I like the weird.
If you want to talk, use channel 2.
Okay, now get out.
Okay, we got a new buddy on our radio. Let's give him a call.
Jesse here. Do you copy?
I hear you.
Hey, Robert. You don't look like a military man.
Of course not. I'm a photographer.
Hold on. You're not a paparazzi, are you?
That's right. A paparazzi. And one of the worst kind, too.
Who was your favorite lady to stalk?
Her name was Big Bertha.
Oh, Big. That your thing?
It's the name of a German howitzer. I'm actually a war journalist.
Thought you said you were a paparazzi.
Yep. I said I was the worst fucking kind, too.
Damn, Robert, you must have fucked up royally to end up locked in here.
I've seen things I wasn't meant to, Fox.
All right. Well, that was one of our objectives. We gotta build that raft or whatever to cross the sewers. So I got myself a pallet. I got myself some plastic drums. Let's get it. Oh, the meat. Must remember the meat. Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go, go. I have a feeling there was a secret in that truck, but I'm not brave enough to go check it out. No, I need to find a urinal real quick. This game's been... I get real nervous playing this because this game's thrown so many curveballs my way that I genuinely don't know. Like, I have to safety save. I don't know what's happening most of the time. Like, who thought I would be fighting a guy with a globe at beach ball style? Okay. Let's see if I can combine these things. We got a raft.
After making the platform, I had what I needed to cross the sewer channels to freedom.
Okay, so this is like Legend of Zelda, the original one.
Hold on, Mr. Fox. The platform just vanished.
What? Of course not. I picked it up every time I got to the other side.
You didn't mention that. Sounded like it vanished.
Well, I didn't feel like I had to mention something so obvious.
Then should I write down that you picked up the platform every time you used it?
Yes, of course.
Well, Mr. Fox, please continue with your story.
That's like the original Legend of Zelda. You get the ladder. I think it's the ladder or something that you put over the tiny sliver of river. Oh, they're back. Got a bottle. Is this what he's talking about? This thing saves his ass? Yup. It kills the piranha men. Okay, so you can just chill over here. Nice. This game's brilliant. All around.
Mr. Fox, the noose.
Later.
Don't try my patience, Mr. Fox.
It's got to be some really fucked up story. Like, he just pulled the noose out of his butt. That's going to be the story. All this build up for the noose story, and it's going to be like, I pulled it out of my ass. Hey, what's up, Bradley Calavera? I'm so like smash. Thank you, Bradley. And then a reminder to everyone else. If it will load here. We're coming in at the tail end of the stream. Okay? Hikiko is back streaming Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central Time. Cool stream. He's going to think of something. But I'm trying to get more consistent since I released that big-ass video. Another reminder, go check out the Silent Hill F video. Don't worry about spoilers, okay? I just give a brief summary of the story. I don't spoil anything too major, okay? So if you're worried about spoilers, don't worry about them. My concerns were with other things in that video. And I got some wonderful feedback on that video. I had somebody email me. There is I do have an email for the channel, if you didn't know. It's just hikikomorimedia@gmail. If you do want to write to me, I do read it. You can also, write to me on X, on Discord, whatever. Instagram, I got an Instagram. I think it's just at Hikikomori Media on Instagram. I do post some stuff there. But people have been writing to me about that Silent Hill F video. Mostly, I don't think anyone's like personally written to me anything like negative per se. Like, fuck you, Hikiko, how dare you say that? The people that have written to me have like said like, wow, these are the things that I was thinking, but I couldn't articulate about Silent Hill F, or that thing you did in that video was really hilarious. Me and my mate were watching it and dying. So that always brings that's the intent. So thank you for writing me and telling me those things, because that really does make it worthwhile. I'm not exaggerating when I say some of those videos I make take over 100 hours to make, and it's miserable. It's miserable because, like, when I don't like something per se, it just makes me upset to talk about it somewhat. And then I have to, like, sit down and write exactly what I don't like and then justify that. Sometimes there's just an irrational thing I just don't like. I just hate something. And there's no reason for it. You just hate something. But that wasn't the case here. I felt I had some legitimate gripes to present for Silent Hill F. And ultimately, it's a funny video. I spent a lot of time trying to, like, pace it out. So, I highly recommend it. Some people will say it's my best video. I don't see it as my best video. I didn't think many people would like it just because of the nature of it, but if you want to know what I think my best video is, I really enjoy my D4 video. And that's because my D4 video was OC. It was original content. I probably spent more time researching that D4 video and getting things together than anyone else ever on this planet has ever given a shit about D4. So I recommend the D4 video. But according to just, oh shit, damn. I gotta knock out that trash pile first. According to just analytics on my channel, as far as like reviews are concerned, the consensus is my Silent Hill 4 video is my most successful review video or retrospective video, whatever you want to call it. And I do like that Silent Hill 4 video, but I had no expectations for it whatsoever. I just had a weird story that I wanted to tell, and that's how I came across this right here. My stealing my Silent Hill 3/4 box was my confession. I wanted to tell that story, and that was the seed of that idea. And then I found out Good Old Games had a copy of 4 on it, and I was like, that would be an interesting thing to talk about. And I had no idea that Silent Hill 4 had somewhat of like a resurgence. Maybe it hit that what they call the nostalgia window, like the right time to talk about it again. But I didn't watch anyone else's videos. Like, the only Silent Hill 4 video I had ever seen was like Twin Perfect's Silent Hill 4 video, and that was many years ago. I didn't even go back and watch theirs. I just specifically spoke my truth. I spoke growing up playing Silent Hill 4, that pre-order story was true. My experience with it was not necessarily positive the first time around. it's just a weird memory I have overall. But I'm glad I got to share it. And I got a lot of new people interested in my videos. And I get people going back and watching my older stuff every day. Like videos that I made almost 10 years ago. People will be like, oh, this is funny or something. And I cringe. Like, oh my God. Let's say there's a lot of rats down here.
Hell yeah. The sewer was infested with assassin rats.
Oh, geez. What have I
They
done?
were everywhere, rushing to devour me alive.
Assassin
It was
rats?
horrible. Felt like I was a huge chunk of cheese.
Oh, no! Whoa, no! And it's got the Benny Hill theme song. Okay, it's not exactly Benny Hill. But it's close enough. What would have happened if I pressed none? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I took the wrong turn. I got devoured alive. I was not as I said, it's always keeping me on my toes here. I love that they put the Benny Hill theme on there. That's perfect. It doesn't get better than this, folks. This is peak gaming. For real. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna get the Switch physical copy of this. I want to be buried with this game. Oh! It saved his ass just like he said in the story. The chopper did save his ass. What would have happened if I didn't pick the rats, though? I want to know. Hey, what's up, Dean? Is it Dean Nito Smalik? What's up? San and Sense is in here. What in Kojima's name is this game? San and Sense, go back and watch the archive of this one. You'd really appreciate it. It's essentially Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen Metal Gear, or it's like the Naked Gun Metal Gear, or UHF Weird Al as Rambo. Cordy says, before watching your D4 video, I thought D4 was a fever dream I would never find info on again. Same, honestly. Nobody had talked about it at the time. Like, now there have been videos. I'm not gonna say somebody.
I found an old
A flamethrower.
It was in bad condition, but
Sweet.
I could fix it. The worst part was the fuel tank was savagely chewed apart. It couldn't be saved, so I set out to replace it.
Nice. Okay. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I put out the most videos on D4 of any human ever. I made one of the first Let's Plays of it when the game launched. I think the day the game launched, I put out a Let's Play on it. One of my first reviews I did on the channel was of D4. I made a video making a petition to save D4 Season 2, and I made the first ever full-blown retrospective that uncovers the mystery of Season 2 before anyone else. So, if it wasn't for old Hikiko here, D4 would be completely dead out of anyone's mind. I'm gonna say I did my part. I did my part, and I'm happy. That D4 video is like one of my favorite, the story files in general, but that D4 video was something I was really, really happy with, and I'm glad that I could put some of the mysteries to rest for people. That was my goal. Guys, I think I soft locked the game. Okay, never mind. He picked it back up. I'm very happy with the sweary files in general. If I had to recommend anything of mine to watch, just watch the sweary files in order. It's kind of pointless, I guess, in a sense, to try and like go so deep on Swery's games and trying to make sense of them and all this and that. But I think that's what makes them fun. Is just like treating his absurdity with genuine respect and sincerity. Taking him seriously. Hey, what's up, Vainsick? Sanderson says, you sold me with Naked Gun and Metal Gear. Dean Nito Smelek, add me. Add you on what? Add you on... I'm going to add you on my shit list. QWERTY says, I make the most videos on the D4 of any human ever. Good thing you added human, because someone's definitely going to get AI to make 100 slot videos about it, right? Look, guys. Only one guy can hold the title of most D4 videos. And I'm proud of that title. I'm sure somebody else... There's probably some other sicko out there that enjoys it as much as me. I love that game so much. UnMetal is 80% off on Steam. Sanderson, that's why we're playing. I picked it up for $3. I had never heard... Like, I had heard, like, little things about this game, but I didn't realize it was so damn funny. It's genuinely good. Like, the writing's clever. The scenarios are fun. It kind of reminds me a bit of I Want to Be the Guy and how random it can be. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth $3. Dean, I'm not adding you on Steam. Sorry, I don't know you. Maybe if you show up, you know, a few more times or something, I would. I typically don't add anyone on Steam, even people I've known in real life. I don't want people to know what I'm up to and all the weird hentai games I be playing. Just kidding. But, I mean, I don't know. Just a weird thing. Like, why... What do you want? That's my question, is what do you want is the next thing. Hey, what's up, Jackson Strauss? Okay, I'll add QWERTY on the Miiverse, okay? I will add anyone on Miiverse. Just post your 12-digit friend code in chat. And I'll add you later. Cherry Mellow says, Hikiko, I have to admit it, I love The Good Life. Don't fuck with me. Okay? There are, I would say, like, every game has its merits, but there are some that don't. Cherry, I'm looking forward to your video essay describing why I was wrong about The Good Life. I need to see it. If you put it out, if you write it and edit it, I will watch it. But not until then.
I had to replace the flamethrower's broken fuel tank before I could...
Okay, so, do I have a fuel tank for this? Oh, I do. The drum. Boys, we got ourselves a flamethrower.
My flamethrower was ready.
Oh, jeez.
The tubes were covered in rust, so I took great care to avoid overheating it.
Oh, this could be dangerous. Oh, that's what he was talking about. If the canisters overheat, you blow up. Of course, of course. The game logic in UnMetal is the best part. You never know, like, when the joke is a joke or when they are serious. And they were serious that time.
After the repairs, my flamethrower was ready. The tubes were covered in rust.
Say it since, quote me, yeah. If that's my dying, if that's written, if that's etched as my epitaph on my grave, then that's fine. I will not back down from my good life opinions. I had skin in the game, okay? I had a reason to give it a good score. A coping mechanism, if you will. Yeah, we can be friends on SegaNet Lost Impact. Hit me up on Phantasy Star Online version 2. I'm playing on the Blue Burst servers. I got the DSL modem. No, I got the Cat 5 modem for my Dreamcast. Let's all meet up in the Phantasy Star lobby on SegaNet. Oh my god. No. Am I supposed to just push forward? I'm afraid I don't want to overheat the flamethrower. We'll just gingerly, you know, controlled bursts. This game is perfect. We're closing in on the 3-hour mark. Let me get to a stopping place. I'll read some chat and we'll call it a cool stream. I knew that was gonna happen. Alright. This is a good stopping place because I'm at a saving spot. I do want to finish this. I'm planning on getting this for the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully they got a sale on it, but this is $3 on Steam right now. It's called UnMetal. It's a parody. It's a farce version of Metal Gear. And it is actually funny. It isn't just cringe, like dated humor. Some of the jokes are just well written and they hit. But there have been a lot of movie references. It references the Goonies a lot, which I'm fine with. So get your chats in. I'm going to give my shout outs and we're going to get the hell out of here. I've got some dinner to eat. And some videos to write. Some video games to play and scripts to write. Okay. Let's see. Can you add us all? Everyone's getting added. Anyone in this stream is getting added tonight. Let me turn down my game a bit. That's nice that I can just do it on the Steam Deck there. I don't have to mess with OBS. Air is good unless you can't breathe it. That's a good quote. Bradley says, this game looks like the best Java game ever made. Yeah, I would love to, if I were to make a game, like back in high school, I had so many ideas I used to like chart out games. This goes back when I was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old. I used to have video game ideas, and my mom had like like Cooper from Twin Peaks, where he had like the videotape recorder, and he would send his dossiers to Diane. Be like, Diane, it's 3:45. I'm on a Tuesday, whatever. I'm now going into Twin Peaks, right? My mom had one of those, and she gave me it to use it. So she's like, Miles, anytime you have an idea for a game, I want you to, speak into this thing and record it. So somewhere in my house, I don't know where, is a pile of these tapes from when I was a kid and I had these video game ideas. And I remember one of my ideas was like just a ripoff of Double Dragon. It was just Double Dragon, but it starred me and my dog, my childhood dog. And me and my dog would go through and fight all these bad guys, and it had a incremental leveling progression to it. Like, we would learn new moves. It was essentially everything I liked about Double Dragon, but starring me and my dog. And I think I think when the game Secret of Evermore came out, I was like, damn it, that was my idea. And then I enjoy it, and I love that game to this day. But I do remember thinking about having a video game idea and then just being like, God damn, somebody stole my idea. So nowadays, when I have video game ideas, I don't tell anyone. And then they just die with me. How about that? All right. Cordy says, I say it was at least a lukewarm stream. Aw. It wasn't a cool stream. It was just in the middle. Okay. I thought it was fun. You still doing Barcelona, St. Instance? Yes. I have a review key. I have the game downloaded. Yes. Let me move the chat over here so it looks more natural. So I'm not looking off in the wrong direction. Take care, Hikiko. Take care, Bradley. Smeen Boy, a Phantasy Star Online cool stream would be fun. Phantasy Star Online would be so hard to get people together to play. I would love it. I played Phantasy Star Online like all throughout middle school. The Dreamcast was in its death throes at that time, but I still played that game. And I tried to get other people to get the Dreamcast and play with me, but I could only play with like random Japanese people. And there was a failure of communication. We had to like type everything by keys and stuff, and I couldn't read kanji at the time. Oh, it was a very, very cool stream. Okay, thanks, QWERTY. Thanks. I won't forget that lukewarm comment. Lost Impact says, I want somebody to make a character action game that's basically Gravity Rush and Sword of Etheria, where you play as a team of 3 heroes who ping-pong enemies back and forth. That might not be a bad idea. Gravity Rush is a hard sell. I love Gravity Rush. Speaking of, look at this. We repping our girl Cat here. I've had this pin for a while. It used to be on one of my jackets. I don't know why. I think I washed the jacket and I took all my pins off. Should we do a little pin collection? Let me show you. I'm going to show you all my pins real quick. We're in big cam mode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to big cam mode. You guys want a little music? Let's see if I can get some music here. Or did I already take that off? Here we go. Something familiar for your tired ears. Is it playing? Is the music playing? Probably not. Whatever. Okay, let me show you my pin collection. So I like enamel pins. I do buy them on Etsy based on my favorite games or my favorite movies and stuff. And I swap them out on my jackets every once in a while. So I do have Cat and Dusty there. And that is a focus. There we go. That is a mock-up of the PlayStation Vita. We got the Gravity Queen sitting on her throne, the PlayStation Vita. And then, funnily enough, a friend of mine, just great minds think alike, a friend of mine, a year later after I bought this pin, was like, hey, Miles, I think you'd like this. And they got me another one, but this one's this special hollow foil one. So I have 2 Gravity Rush pins here because a friend got me it because they thought I'd like it, and they were right. So I have a holographic one. I have the door to room 302. You saw that in my Silent Hill 4 video. Focus! I don't know if it'll focus. Get closer. It's not going to focus, but this is the Don't Go Out Walter door. It says Don't Go Out Walter there in the middle. This is one of my favorite pins of all time. Nobody that I want somebody in real life to recognize this pin when I wear it, at least one time. But all the Silent Hill fans, they're all hikikomoris. They don't leave their homes. Y'all know what this is from, right? We got Francis York Morgan there. Isn't that right, Zach? This came with Deadly Premonition Origins on the Switch. I bought that game specifically for the enamel pins, and the game was kind of a shitty bonus. I think that was the line from my sweary files. We got the Prince. That you can hear that. It actually spins. The Katamari spins. We got the Prince of All Cosmos, and we got a little rainbow Katamari there. We got the Raincoat Killer right there. Why are you hiding? Yeah. We got the Raincoat Killer. I like this. Most people don't know what this is, but they always give me compliments on the Raincoat Killer one. And I like they got the axe there too. All right. You're going to get a real kick out of this one. This is the last one I have close to me right now, okay? Badge of shame or a badge of honor? I'll let you decide. Cherry Mellow, if you're still in stream. There we go. Y'all know what that is? Let me get a little closer there. Official supporter of The Good Life. That's right. I have a Naomi pin from The Good Life. I swear to God, if I run into anyone in real life that recognizes this pin, I'm just going to sigh, look them dead in the eyes, and say, "You too, huh?" Yeah. So those are Hikiko's pens, the enamel pens that I have on hand. If I had a P.O. box, I wouldn't request video games. I wouldn't request money. I would request enamel pins. But I don't have a P.O. box. But maybe one day I'll open one up. And if you guys find any cool enamel pins, I will accept those. That's my little collection. I intend on getting more when my life isn't so financially fucked. Okay? Okay. With that said, I'm going to give my farewells. Thank you so much for watching this cool stream. Shout out to all the archive watchers out there. This will be in the cool stream playlist in case you want to find an old past cool stream. As long as the stream wasn't shitty. I thought this one was pretty good, so it's going to go up there. Sometimes there's a delay when they get posted. It's mainly because I have to screen it for copyright, cut out the copyright sections, and repost it. So that's just how that goes. All right. Any last words? Honor, says Ghost Core. Yeah. There's also a new Katamari game that released. It's great, says Saint Instance. Yeah, I just don't have the time right now. I do want to play it because I have liked almost every Katamari game. I just don't have the time right now. But it is on my list. I think I put it on my wish list, so I will get to it eventually. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Good luck pen hoarding. See ya. All right. That's it. I'm Hikiko. See you all next time. Bye-bye. Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Central. Bye-bye.